Hey guys, it's Coach Josh Gerry, and today's video comes from a viewer's question. Wow Animations, I guess that's World of Wrestling Animations, on YouTube asked, what makes a good finisher? And that's an excellent question, and I will explain it in the best way that I can. A finisher, for those that are new to professional wrestling, is that one final move that a superstar or pro wrestler does to their opponent that lights out, game over, match is done, I am beating you, 1, 2, 3. A lot of superstars are best known for their finishers, and anytime somebody performs one outside of a WWE or a professional wrestling ring, people automatically knew that's so-and-so. So first of all, being memorable. Second biggest thing that I would say is you need to get a finisher that you can do to everybody, because you're going to wrestle guys bigger than you, you're going to wrestle guys smaller than you, you're going to wrestle men, you're going to wrestle women, you're going to wrestle in the States, you're going to wrestle in the UK. You need to be able to do this move quickly, easily, and effectively to everybody and anybody. A couple of great examples is Randy Orton's RKO. He can literally do it to anybody. Stone Cold Stunner, the People's Elbow, Sweet Chin Music, Choke Slam are just a few of them, right? Code Breaker. Because if you get a move that involves you having to pick somebody up, what happens if you wrestle a guy that is twice your size? Then being able to hit them with your finisher turns into a story, right? So it's not totally a bad idea, but when you're first starting out as a professional wrestler and you're out on the independent scene, having a finisher that you can do to anybody and everybody easily is probably the best way. Now, I am going to go ahead and say this. A lot of guys tend to get a little bit of an inflated ego and people and think that people know their finisher. And so they start pitching ideas. Hey, why don't you kick out of my finisher? Well, guess what? It's no longer a finish at that point. It is not a finisher unless you beat somebody with it. So if you have one and it's a good one, protect it. Please don't let anybody and everybody kick out of it at any event that you are on. Al Snow says it best, it's not a finisher unless you beat like 50 people with it, right? Otherwise, it's just another move, okay? So if it's going to be your finisher, finish the match with it. Don't pull it out just to do it. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, here comes another thought. If you want to play with it, or if you get lucky enough to where you're on television, pay-per-views, etc., think of some ways that guys can get out of it or counter it before you hit it. Prime examples. John Cena gets the guys up in the AA, they give them the elbows to the head, right? Choke slam, elbows to the head. The RKO, shove them off. There's always ways to duck, dive, move, counter these. But then when you finally hit it, then it'll actually be a lot more impressive. So it gives you something to think about. Everybody should have a pro wrestling notebook and be writing ideas down. Moves that you see, that you can convert, that you can change, things that you like, impacts that you like. You never know. You may have a move that you're like, that's awesome and I want to use it, and something happens down the road and you go, no, screw that. Little story. I always wanted to do a sharpshooter as my submission move that I would bring out every once in a while because I thought it looked cool. Bret Hart and The Rock, like the way they'd cinch it on, it looked really cool. Until about my third match doing it, and I realized how bad it burns your quads. Nope, no longer using the sharpshooter. So things like that can happen that make you change your mind on what you want to and what you don't want to use. When you're first starting out, you've got a while. Find out what you like, what you bump well, what you like, what you can do well, right? And that will determine, you've got a couple years before you actually have to have one down pat. And even then, once you get on TV, it may change. You never know. Once again, guys, I'm Coach Josh Gerry, and the best way to help professional wrestling is to help the people in it, right? So you can click over there for past videos of mine that I've done. Even better, you can click over there and get notified whenever I submit new videos. If you've got any questions, what's your favorite finisher? What's a finisher that you use? What made you determine what your finisher was? Plug it in the comments below, and in the description below, you can reach all of my social media destinations and ways to contact me. Send me those messages. Let me know. Ask me a question. I'm here to help. Once again, this is Josh Gerry. Keep driving and striving, guys.